r/AskReddit, you're given only $100,000 to start your own company. What company do you create? Smart. You ever watch Cutting Edge Engineering? It's a YouTube channel from Australia. It's welding and fabricating porn. I already have a very small delivery company that's just me. With $100,000, I could pick up a new contract or two, buy a cargo van, and hire someone to drive it. Sometimes I wonder why I haven't actually done this yet. The work is available and I know how to find it. I guess I just don't want to go through employee hell. I used to train delivery drivers at a previous job, and I know that finding good, safe, reliable ones is easier said than done. Who do you deliver for? Not a decent bagel to be found locally. I would open a small place in an old Tim Hortons or similar with just fresh, hot, wood-fired bagels and peripherals. I own a bagel shop. Hard work, but it's the best. If it's an old Tim Hortons, wouldn't that maybe indicate the market for that might not be in that area? That's smart, trying to get good ideas from even smarter people. The smarter people don't share the good ideas. LOL, just asking a question. Easy. I'd start a company that specializes in renting out grandmothers. They'll knit, give life advice, and make you homemade cookies. Perfect for anyone needing a dose of nostalgia or a good scolding. Plus, each rental comes with one free story about back in my day. One of those kids' jungle gym warehouses but for adults. You mean a parkour course gym? I feel like these are only a couple years away from being a reality. Adult play is in. I doubt you could set that up with $100,000. A hitman company, but my agents will be orphans as a child is least expected to pull off a hit. Kids are a good tax write-off probably too. Okay, calls the cops. I would become a Twitch streamer and just stream myself playing video games all day. I don't think I'd become successful, but it'd be fun to take a break from work and stream while I bleed free money for a few months. You might make more money to add to the 100K. I would start a company producing affordable canned meatloaf made with quality ingredients. Bachelor chef. Now with flavor. Only grands. Upvote for specificity. Then add canned soup that tastes not like shit. So you want to make Nestle Purina? That sounds delicious and gross at the same time. ITT, people who think $100,000 can be stretched way further than it really can. Seriously. They're all thinking they'd have enough to knock your ass off its axis, but they'd wind up with a knapsack full of jack after taxes. As you can see here, ideas are a dime a dozen. Financing can be had. It's the hiring of folks that can get shit done that is the rare commodity. And yet so many really good workers go underappreciated. Business owners think they deserve the lion's share, and I am sure a lot of them do, but they forget their workers are the foundation of their business. They neglect them carelessly. Vending machines, 50K. No employees except yourself. 20K in training to repair said machines. 10K to fill them and have refills on hand. 10K for a truck or vehicle for refilling the machines. 10K for incidentals and have emergency money. I don't think you'd need $20,000 to learn how to repair a broken vending machine. YouTube can do a lot of heavy lifting. Employee turnover rate is very high with this job. Give the money to whoever comes up with the best/most convincing answer to start a viable company and get 50% ownership. My company will create mobile games that actually play like the lying ads used by current games. Someone actually did this. I don't know what their development budget was, though. Link. I would buy a food truck and sell $1 grilled cheese sandwiches. I'd park in front of bars and clubs. We do offer any change. If you give me $10 you're getting 10 grilled cheese sandwiches. No changes or customization. It's white bread and cheese. That's it. Full disclosure, I saw this idea elsewhere and thought it was cool. And a bag of pre-made chips. One kind, no choices. 3D print and game store. We'll do minis on demand. An investment company. Invest that money in a diversified portfolio, leaning towards more aggressive. Wait 5 years. Profit. All part of the plan to get rich slow but eventually. Family Feud style. Good answer. An ice cream van? That's brilliant. Miss my grandma. Made tamales that I can only guess were laced with crack cocaine. Asking here is like a reverse kind of survivorship bias. You're asking the holes of a WW2 airplane where you should put the armor. Reverse survivorship would be asking to people who had capital and lost it, This is asking people who never flew a plane because their job was completely different. Some will say nonsense, others will give good answers. Most people have never seen 100k liquid money at once, especially in the Reddit densest age group. One could have an okay idea but no means of bringing it to reality because money and time are both really scarce. A old school pool hall that allows teenagers. Something to keep the younger people socially active in a safe place. Jazz record label, sign up my friends, release a few albums a year, have it tied in with Colorado-based music venues. You found the quickest way of going bankrupt. Mobile electric car charging service. I take a lot of people to and from their cars at charging stations on Uber. I actually make card games in my spare time. This would be a nice jumping off point for projects already in motion. Manufacturing, advertising, and shipping costs add up pretty fast. Bikini hot dog stand. I'd like to open a cat shelter. Mild racism for no extra charge. I'd put together a package for engineers to learn useful social skills, small talk, club dancing, dressing nice, grooming. I'm sure there's people I could connect them to that'd teach them this stuff. I've worked with engineers my whole life and there's so many good guys there that just don't know the BS that society expects because society isn't all about logical sense. My son has autism too and he had social pragmatics classes as part of his IEP but so little of what they taught were practical skills he could use in daily life. Somebody give this man $100,000. Chain shop that specialize in multitude of dried meat from all over the world, African biltong, American's jerky, Italian Spanish like bresaola etc. A funeral home. Life expectancy is decreasing, and everyone needs your business at some point. Rental properties. Use the $100,000 to place a 20% down payment on a $500,000 duplex. Rent it out, wait a few years, refinance the place and use the capital as a down payment on another place, rinse and repeat. I might be in the position to do this soon. What's the ultimate end game? How does one make a living off of owned properties? Or do you just max out your fancy equity machine and retire early after cashing it all out? I'm going to embezzle it. I create the giving myself $100,000 company, smiley face. I think you mean a not-for-profit charity. Some sort of fly-by-night pyramid scheme that has my dog as the CEO. Or maybe a religion. Wait, those are the same thing. Would be a good job for lonely grandmas. Get a bunch of homeless, train them to be massage therapists, offer alleyway massages, then turn those profits into franchise options for every major city. Still working on the name and slogan, but I think this is a keeper. Alley cats, wet and sticky from the start. Laundromat. I'd probably start a city cleanup nonprofit. I've done similar things in the past and I understand how to make the general pitch for additional grants/funding. 100k would make basically all of the initial startup problems go away. A charity that gives me $100,000. Welding and amp, fabricating company most likely. I'm working on that right now and it's going to cost a lot less than 100k. Could get some damn good equipment. AMD have enough left over for the first year.